Alrighty, welcome to another 4-on-4 cube draft. We got a stack draft this time. My team, well, it's myself, Mashed Potatoes, Adhem, and Falero. Okay, that's a team. But we're battling against D-Stern, Max Smith, Juju Bean, and Tom Martell. So that is going to be a tough one. But we opened a Mox Jet. Everything's possible here. Passing to Bean, Max passing to me. I think Bean is going to take... Well, Hexdrinker's the best card. If he started with an animate card, he might take Vengeance or Brutality. Probably Brutality. Maybe he takes like Bankbuster. I don't think it's so early to take Upheaval here. Juju Bean might take Brainstorm or Bankbuster because he likes the blue control decks. He doesn't like green that much. So I think there's a decent chance Adhem gets access to a Hexdrinker. Oh, is Mac trying to trap me? He knows I love Mishra's Workshop. Mind Twist I'll pass. Even with Mox Jet, I just think that Mind Twist is really hard to really utilize. You need so much to go right. Skull Clamp is a pretty fun card. I do like a Clamp. I kind of feel scared to take Workshop with Mac passing to me. He knows how much I like that strategy. Skull Clamp's also pretty good, and it's great with Moxen. All right, I'm fine to Clamp here. Passing Mind Twist to JJ as well as Probe. Maybe Reprieve, maybe Workshop, who knows. Wow, what a pack. There's Pest Infestation, there's Force of Negation, there's Time Twister, there's Archon and Gristlebrand. Had I taken Workshop, I'd just take Time Twister. I think I'm going to Pest Infestation here. I think the card's busted, and it's great with Skull Clamp. And steer clear of all this blue and black nonsense for the time being. Can I get a Luris? Oh, here's like From the Catacombs. I do like that one a lot as well. I could take Seasoned Pyro or Magda, like one of these red cards that's good with Clamp. I don't really want to take Samwise here. Mox Jet pushes me a little towards playing black. All right, I guess I'll take From the Catacombs. I'm not going to draft Golgari, though. I'll draft a good value deck. Maybe it'll be a 5-color deck. I'll probably just take Zagoth Triumph here. I think that's going to be the pick over Jar, Teferi, Tidebinder, Tamiya, all that stuff. All right. And then, oh man, Candelabra. I'll just take Elves here because I have Skull Clamp and Pest Infestation. And then I'm drafting Golgari. Perfect. I mean, I just think I'm supposed to do that, though. I guess I actually like Avacyn's Pilgrim over Llanowar Elves. I think I'd rather want an extra white mana than an extra green. And then here I could probably take Botanical Sanctum to have a good green splash, or a blue splash rather. It's also Tar Pit is just a pretty good card. Both of those I could see working out. I guess actually I'll take Creeping Tar Pit. I really like Tar Pit. There's also Spell Pierce there, but I feel like I'm supposed to take lands over Pierce at this point in time. And I'll kind of see what develops here. This pack doesn't have a whole lot for me, but if I take Talisman, I could still be in the Academy bracket. And it's a blue-green Talisman, which is kind of what I'm looking for. I don't think I mind passing the Reanimate stuff. Maybe JJ went that direction. We'll kind of see a little bit more in pack 2. And Godless Shrine seemed a little far away from where I was at mana-wise. Okay, so JJ didn't take any of the Animate cards or the Brainstorm. I kind of think I just take Brainstorm, and I could easily move away from green too. That, I think, is a totally fine place to be. I don't like Wall of Roots with Skull Clamp that much. And honestly, I'm not that big of a fan of Wall of Roots in general. So I'll just take the Brainstorm here. I'll pass Collective Brutality and Goryo's Vengeance. And kind of see what develops here. I'm not really sure. Well, here's the green cards. I do like a Tireless Tracker. Rexage is also really nice with Skull Clamp. Let's just take Rexage. Rexage is solid here. Gives me a little bit of good interaction. And I could be green-blue, maybe black. I mean, I have all these free black sources at this point, so it's pretty likely. But either way, I guess I'm pretty happy with this start. I am drafting green-black, but I'll make sure to draft a gassier version. The biggest problem I had with green-black, and you saw this the last time, Exploration or Thief of Sanity. Interesting. I'll get to the problems with green-black in a second. I kind of think with like Mox and one drops, let's just take the Thief of Sanity here. We're not drafting the Draw 7 deck, we're drafting a lower to the ground Sultai deck. And part of the problem I had when I drafted Jund was I had no ways to get card advantage, or very few ways. So you end up going Elf into removal spell, into discard spell, into nothing, or they kill your one threat. Here I've got Brainstorm, I've got Skull Clamp, Thief of Sanity. These are all like cards that find extra action. I do have From the Catacombs. That one's also nice. And so is Pest Infestation. So I think this is a pretty strong pack one for just kind of Sultai value, which is an archetype I do like when it's open. Here I might take Kinnan because who knows, I could pick up a Basalt Monolith. I think Basalt Monolith's a pretty nice pick here in this cube now. I guess I'd rather take the black-white Surveil land over my first white card, even though I would play Crosali Pridemage. It's really nice with Skull Clamp too. You equip the clamp and then Pridemage something, draw 2 cards. Kaboom. In here, Land Grant. Me and Mac have had a lot of discussions about this card. So let me give you the case for Land Grant. Don't look at this as, is this as good as Birds of Paradise? And how far Crater Hoof's fallen? All right, maybe I'll take it. I do like the last pick Crater Hoof because that means Mac probably doesn't put me on green. Any case, Land Grant, compare this to having a basic forest in your deck. Sometimes it can definitely get you, but the fact that it can go find Zagoth Triome, it can go get other blue-green duels or like green-X duels, and it can shuffle. It's an extra spell, like it's a shuffle ability for Brainstorm. I think Land Grant's pretty good. There are some fail cases to it. I'm not saying you should always play it, but I do think Land Grant has some pretty significant advantages. All right. Next pick here. Let's see what we got. Pack 2. Opened a nice Mox in Pack 1. Pack 2 has for us another Mox. Ooh, double Mox day. You love that. Take Mox Sapphire, pass Mac an Urza and a currency converter and an Atali, and an Authority. He can figure out what we're doing, but or try to. But I've got another on-color Mox, and now I'm feeling pretty good about like that Thief of Sanity pick. This deck has, I could technically turn 1 it, but a lot of ways to turn 2 a Thief of Sanity. That card's really good if you get it out early. I'm not going to get Urza at this point, but Tolarian Academy, you never know. Here I might Skydiver. It's a great card in general. Great with Skull Clamp. Good against me. I don't need Grief or Bitter Triumph or Liliana that much, and I would love to wheel Baleful Strix or Dark Confidant if possible. JJ less likely to be Reanimator after seeing this pack. But yeah, let's just take the Skydiver. Ooh, and Demonic Tutor? I'll take a Demonic Tutor. It's pretty great with all these Moxen. Also, by the way, if Aluris came back around or showed up somehow, this deck could easily play it. Oh, wait, there's a Feywild Caretaker. Hold on. I actually think in this deck, I'm not assembling combos. I think I should just take Caretaker. And part of the reason is I think Mac is more likely to not be playing black or to be playing blue than black. He passed a lot of late black cards. And just with 2 Moxes and Pilgrim and probably another Accelerant or 2, I could just turn 3, turn 4 that pretty frequently. So I think I'm going to go with the Feywild Caretaker. It's a close one, but that card is very, very strong. All right, what are we up to here? This is a weird pack. I don't really like most of this stuff. Unearth is kind of nice with Thief and Rex Sage. It doesn't work with Skydiver. Once Upon a Time is a good card. I don't really want to 4th pick it. It's not really a Lotus Petal deck. Not so much a draw 7 deck. I mean, any deck with Moxes could be drawing 7. I guess the Healy Skull Clamp is nice, and I have some Moxen, but I'm going to have so many creatures in my deck. Honestly, I'm considering Beseiju or Once Upon a Time. It's just a weak pack. It does feel like Reanimator's going both directions, so who knows who ends up with that. Red, I have not seen a lot of red cards, I will say that. The Burst Lightning reminds me of this. Maybe I take Phantasmal Image and try to wheel Unearth. It's pretty good with Caretaker. It's okay with Thief and Rex Sage. All right, and one of those 2 green cards probably comes back. Here, I'm not really a Deathrite Shaman deck. I have no fetches. I don't really want Manglehorn. I might take Lazav. Lazav's pretty good with both of these blue-black Moxes. Pretty decent card in general. I could take Virtue as a removal spell. I am light on removal as well. Maybe I just take the Virtue. I could also just take Ulvenwald Oddity, actually. Hold on. Maybe I just do that because Ulvenwald Oddity is just a beater. Yeah, we're trying to be aggressive here. Wow, now there's blue-black land versus Elvish Mystic. I like both those a lot. If it was a blue-green land, I would take that pretty easily. I think I need Elvish Mystic more. This deck is looking like it's going to use its elves very well. Oh, Sentinel's perfect too with Moxen and elves. And pass on an Emrakul and a Flame Tongue. Yep. All right, I think we're doing fine here. I mean, just a good assertive deck, trying to use these Moxes as well. Wow. Utopia Sprawl, Sylvan, Nissa, Waterlog Grove, pick your poison. So 5 green cards in a row. Well, 4 and a blue-green card. I'd play all of them, though I kind of think this is a Nissa deck more than anything else. I don't think the Shadowy Backstreet's quite making it either. I like Pick Your Poison, but I have Rexage and Thieving Skydiver. I'd much rather have Mana Dorks than Utopia Sprawl. And as much as I like Sylvan Library, I think this is just looking like a turbo out Nissa deck. Oh, Delighted Halfling. I like that more than Glissa here. I have some good 3s already, and a Halfling is like kind of the last 1-drop I really need. I'll play more 1s if I get a Birds of Paradise or a Noble or anything like that. But now I've got enough. Oh, Baleful Strix Wield. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. Need some more lands. I have the Triome. I have the Land Grant. I have Creeping Tar Pit. Those are a start. But I could use some more lands here. And I'm hoping to pick up a couple in Pack 3, though. With Mac passing to me, I'm not expecting lots of lands. And here, Farseek, meh. Recurring Nightmare is actually kind of nice with some of what I've got going on, but I'm not trying to cheat big creatures into the graveyard. I think I'm just going to take the Graveyard Trespasser. All right, now Unearth is actually looking pretty sick here, so I'll just slam Unearth over Sail into the West. I think over Once Upon a Time, though maybe Once Upon a Time is too good, though. Unearth on... Oh, I have a lot of cards that are good with Unearth. I'm going to take that one. And now, I could take Deathrite, but at this point, I actually think I still want Virtue. I do like Sinkhole too, but that's fine. I just need a little bit of interaction. And then Urborg. Urborg's also a nice one, but I think Satyr Wayfinder with Skull Clamp from the Catacombs. All this Unearth. Like, that actually seems pretty good to me. All right, can I get a Mox finally? No, but I can first pick a Noble. I think I'll do that over Wasteland and Underground Sea. And Necromancy too. I mean, JJ's not playing Reanimator. So yeah, let's just take Noble. Noble's awesome. It's exactly what this deck wants. And now I would like some lands. I would like to wheel this Triarch Praetorian if I can. Honestly though, I think this deck might want Miscalc or Daze. It's pretty good to have a counter or two in assertive deck. So I actually think I'm worried about my not having enough actual islands. So I think I'll take the Miscalc here. And I'm a few cards over. Graveyard Trespasser I can maybe start in the sideboard. Talisman I could probably ditch with all these 1-drops. And yeah, I mean, right now this is 16, 17, 18, 19 lands. So yeah, definitely have room, but I'm hopefully going to pick up some more playables to start a Pack 3 here. But I like where this deck's at a lot. And here we have 2 tapped blue-green lands. Not quite what I'm looking for. I don't really want Gilded Goose. I think I might Cobra. Cobra is a pretty decent card. Oh, no, I should just take Fatal Push, actually. This deck needs more removal. And there's 3 green creatures and 2 blue-green lands here, so one of those things will come back. Now I'm actually interested in Jace, because I want to accelerate into Jace, and this is the kind of deck that can play it on turn 2. I mean, 1-drop plus Mox is a turn 2 Jace, and that is the kind of gas this deck's looking for. Deep Cavern Bat would also be a nice one. Oh, Bayou is excellent. Yeah, there's also a Sika's Chariot, though. Chariot is so good. I think I'm going to take Chariot and then hope that I can pick up a couple lands. But this deck is just all about turboing out 4s. Oh, look, now there's Trop and Ignoble. And Overgrown Tomb. This is pretty tough. Because the thing is, if I take Ignoble, I can take out like Avacyn's Pilgrim, which isn't doing that much for me. All right, Ignoble is just too good to pass up. Now I'm going to take lands. See? Now I'm going to take lands. Virtue, I can sideboard. I could take out the Avacyn's Pilgrim, I think, because I have all the good 1-drops instead. And, I mean, this is already 14 lands plus those 2. I mean, that's 17. And I do like where we're at here. Hopefully we didn't get too greedy, but Ignoble Herrick is just such a premium card. So is Isika's Chariot. Both those cards are truly excellent. All right, here. There's some good cards here. Court of Garenbrig is pretty good in this style of deck. Endurance is also strong. Trinket Mage can get Skull Clamper to 2 Moxes, but I actually think this might be a Court of Garenbrig deck. This card is awesome if you accelerate into it. I'm not really an Uro deck. I mean, I might play... I don't even know if I'd play Uro, honestly. My main problem with Uro is I have another escape card. Oh, Unruly Krasis. Look at this thing. New edition that Chris Wolf added to the MTGO cube, and I like. 3 mana, 4/4 trample. And when it attacks, you can have the base power of another creature become its power. And you can also or base power and toughness rather, and you can also adapt 3. I think that's what this deck wants, so I could just take Mana Confluence. There's also Kite Sail Larcenist. Those are all reasonable picks, but I think the Krasis is actually going to just deliver some good beatdowns here. And then here, nothing in this pack is something I really want. I might just take the Badlands. I'm not going to play Dryad Arbor. Definitely not going to play Eternal Witness here. I'll just take Badlands because it's generically pretty good. I'm basically blue-green now. Honestly, I could cut from the Catacombs. Ooh, Triarch Praetorian came back. I'm a little bit interested in this one. And I don't think I need Scrubland for any reason, and JJ's not putting Channel in his deck. I mean, I can't really cut black entirely, but I think I can minimize it. And let's see. Oh, Lotus Cobra came back. That is excellent. I feel like one of these lands can come back. Just one. Just could get like a little taste here. Okay, here I suppose I'll just cut the Rafine. I'm not playing Nishoba Brawler. Not that deck. I only have a couple black cards in, but they're good ones, and I have some black sources for free or cheap. Okay, blue-black Tapland came back, so did red-black land. There's also Nissa. I don't really want a blue-black Tapland in this deck, so I'm just going to take Nissa. We're not going to get any of our lands back, but I guess the only one I regret is maybe taking a Sika's Chariot. The Ignoble I still think is going to be really good for this deck. This deck is going to go pretty hard if it draws Skull Clamp. I guess I could put a Thieving Skydiver in the sideboard as well. And a Nissa. And then I have Land Grant plus Tar Pit and Zagoth Triome, plus all my elves actually fix pretty nicely. The Elvish Mystic doesn't, but the rest of them do. All right. Do feel like I probably should have taken Bayou and Trop, or at least one of the two, but I think this deck came out pretty nice. All right, so, what if I cut the Fatal Push, cut the Triarch Praetorian, Unearth Cycles, then I'd play, and I cut the Thief of Sanity. I'm going to try to be able to just a beatdown deck here. If I cut Baleful Strix too, I could cut the Tar Pit, and I could play Unearth off Mox Jet and Zagoth Triumph, or I could just cut the Unearth. I just have enough playables that maybe I just go blue-green here. Probably cut the Satyr Wayfinder too. And then play Avacyn's Pilgrim. Just play max mana dorks and play Nissa. I don't even need that many blue sources. And then, let's see, 4, 8, 9, 10. This is 19 lands, so this is slightly too many. But as it turns out, I kind of feel like I could just play, and then actually I might, do I want Land Grant? So here's the question. I can't get untapped blue with it. So it's a Zagoth Triumph, but the fail case is if I draw a hand of Island, Land Grant, and I can't get it on turn 1. So I think with a bunch of turn 1 green, you don't really want it. This is 5, 6 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 green. I mean, this is about right in terms of the colors I want. Jace is a double blue card, but I have a Noble Hierarch and a Lotus Cobra helping for that, and a Delighted Halfling. And then I just put in Thieving Skydiver and kind of call it a day. Like, I could also play a blue-green Talisman, but I don't really. Part of the reason here is, like, I feel like I just got enough playables that I don't really need to run these black cards. I thought I was Sultai, but it kind of turns out I'm just blue-green. Now I don't feel too bad. I passed up on a Trop, but I got an Ignoble, I think, was that, or a Noble was that pack? Ignoble, one of the two. Ignoble, I think. And then the Bayou, I think I just don't need to play it. All right, yeah, this deck's pretty nice. It's going to want to draw Skull Clamp, but it has Skull Clamp, Court of Garenbrigg, Sentinel are all very gassy. Same with Jace and Feywild Caretaker. And then all these big threats here. So I feel like this is going to work out fairly nicely. Though I can't really just in good conscience just play Craterhoof. But I'm looking at this Brainstorm here, and with not as many blue sources, no ways to shuffle now without the Land Grant, maybe I don't play it. Is Satyr Wayfinder any good? The problem is I have no synergies with it. So there's nothing I want to mill now that I don't have From the Catacombs or like Unearth in my deck or Triarch Praetorian. There's Kinnan, Bonder, Prodigy, Unearth, Creeping Tar Pit. Like, if I were to add any black cards, I'd have 1, 2 sources. Tar Pit would be 3. Ignoble's 4. There's just not enough sources to play these black cards. I don't think that they're that good. And that makes me want to either... I could play Kinnan. I have a lot of things that produce mana. Yeah, Kinnan's actually kind of good. All right, let's do that, and I think call it a deck. All right, our team has some bangers. So Folero was the Reanimate player, which is great. He has Entomb, Imperial Seal, Reanimate, Persist, Shallow Grave, Unmarked Grave, Mana Drain with Shieldred, Itali, Archon, Emrakul. Necromancy, Corpse Dance too. Love that. Potatoes has a Soul Ring deck, no Academy or Workshop, tons of artifacts, does have the Urza, and yeah, Demonic Tutor, Broadside Bombardiers, Chrome Host, Seed Shark, Kappa Cannoneer. This deck's good, but without Academy or Workshop, it's a little limited, but I saved the best for last. Oddhum has Black Lotus, Lion's Eye Diamond, Mana Crypt, Mox Ruby, Exploration Fast Bond, Time Twister, Echo of Eons, Upheaval. This deck looks super sweet. I'm going to have to try to catch a game of that. And I'm battling Tom Martell here on the play. And, all right, I'll keep this hand. Kinnan could have been Brainstorm, but I like where we're at. I'm going to go Island Skull Clamp, I think. And pass the turn. See what Tom has to offer here. Library. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, hopefully I can get some pressure in here. Thieving Skydiver is not bad either. Kinnan. I mean, he can library in response if he wants. Then I'm going to go Mox, equip Skull Clamp. And because of Kinnan, next turn I can cast a Pest Infestation for 4 if I want, or X equals 2. So let's just say go, though. I'm really hoping Tom plays a cheap artifact here. If he's drafting artifacts, which is a little less likely because my teammate is, then I'll be pretty happy. What I don't want to see is him blowing up the Skull Clamp. Hopefully he, I mean, if he kills the Kinnan, I'd also be fine with that. Let's see. If it feels like he maybe has like a Burst Lightning type card and is either that or discarding. But I hope it's not Embereth Shieldbreaker is all I'm going to say. Oh, Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay. That's acceptable. I'm going to draw Rex Sage. All right, well, that makes it pretty clear that I'm going to cast Pest Infestation for 4 here. Or 2, whatever. 4 pests. Then attack and offer the Kinnan trade. I have 2 ways to blow up artifacts, so I think just putting 4 1/1s into play when I have a Skull Clamp going is going to be way better. And I don't think he's going to block here, but I didn't want to run the risk of not getting to make 4 pests. Hopefully, I get to go nuts next turn. That would be sweet. I'll take the trade and draw some cards too. I mean, the way to beat library is to try to pressure as much as you can. Okay. As long as I get my 2 cards, I'm happy enough. Kinnan wasn't a load-bearing piece here. And then next turn I get to go Pilgrim and do some Skull Clamping. He's got... Okay, Mana Vault. I hope he plays an artifact or enchantment here. But he's probably going to play like a Fury. That sucks. Oh, Golos. Never mind. He does play an artifact or enchantment, so I can Rex Sage the Golos. Is he going to get a Workshop? If he gets a Workshop here, or Academy, like, I guess I'm not going to be happy that he has Academy, but if he's an artifact deck, then my chances just skyrocketed. I have Pest Infestation, Thieving Skydiver, and Rex Sage. I am ready to rumble. Okay, Endotha Triome. Let's go just draw for the turn. Reclamation Sage is going to be the play here. Eat that Golos. And then hit for 4. And then attack with... hit for 4. And then I think I'm going to clamp one of the pests, tapping the island, hoping to draw... I mean, a Mox would actually be sick. All right. Let's go. Clamp up a pest token. I even gain a life. What a good deal. Okay, doesn't have pyrokinesis. That is nice to know. Draw. And I guess I'll just play the Ignoble Hierarch. That's a slightly better one. I think it's better to play a Mana Dork than to use the Skull Clamp here. Just because it gets more on the board. Presumably the opportunity to clamp will be there next turn. I mean, if he wraths, I guess I'll have to start to rebuild with the cards in play here. Okay, so he did Library again. But hopefully that limits his plays a little bit. I don't have like a ton of pressure in play, but I got 5 points of damage. And every turn that goes by, I'm playing a land and clamping. And I'm going to be able to put some good threats into play pretty soon here. Okay, what does Tom have? If he's got some burn spells, he can take out a creature or two, but that's not going to be the end of the world here. Currency Converter? Okay. Yeah, my anti-artifact stuff's good. He was probably kind of happy when I cast Pest Infestation and he had all these artifacts in his hand, but no, there was more where that came from. If he passes the turn ready to use Currency Converter, this is going to be a disaster for him because I'm going to steal it before he has a chance to get anything out of it. But we'll see if he's got what else he's got here. Presumably he's got another play as well. I mean, he hasn't even played a land yet, so this could be the turn he gets off Library, but I guess we'll see about that. And we're using Currency Converter main phase. Okay. Discarding a Pentad Prism and playing a tap land? Oh, I could steal the Silver Bluff Bridge with Thieving Skydiver is really funny. Let's send for 5. Well, not the Ignoble. Put Tom down to 10. And then I have 7 mana. So if I Thieving Skydiver for 1 and play Sentinel, that leaves me with 1 mana left over. So let's just clamp first, see if better options happen. Because I think I will rather clamp once than play Avacyn's Pilgrim. I do have to be a little mindful of like a sweeper. Phantasma. See, Court of Garenbrig is a great card. So let's go Skydiver, Court of Garenbrig. I mean, Skydiver seems like it's going to be better for me than... I could Phantasmal Image the Rex Sage, but I feel like I'd rather just steal the Currency Converter. I could, if I wanted to get really spicy, I could steal the Silver Bluff Bridge and then blow up the Currency Converter with Rex Sage, but I think I'd rather just steal a much stronger card and play Court of Garenbrig here. Because now, if he plays a sweeper now, it doesn't really matter. I've got Court of Garenbrig. Can I put... Oh, I can't put a card into my graveyard now. Ooh, Sika's Chariot. That's not bad. Even though the Pentad Prism shows as being under the Currency Converter, I don't believe that's a legal maneuver. Okay, so I don't have lethal out right now, but I can hit for 6 next turn. If I find... Oh, actually, I actually do have lethal if Tom doesn't disrupt Court of Garenbrig, because I get to put 2 counters and then double the counters. Also, Ulvenwald Oddity could show up at some point. Yeah, drawing with Library pretty much means this game is over, I would suspect, but we'll see. It's possible he's got some way to get back into things. I don't think that's super likely, but you know, Martel might find a way. All right, and land, go. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Court of Garenbrig. Let's go 1 counter on Rex Sage, 1 counter on Pest. I don't really care about skull clamping the pests or whatever. I guess a counter on Rex Sage could be better. Oh, does he have Fire Covenant? Sure. So he takes 4 damage here. And then I get to just refill the board with stuff. Or he takes 5 damage? Oh, 5 damage. I'm crazy. Do I want to use the Currency Converter? So I have, with this Ignoble Hierarch, I have 5, 6, 7 mana. So I don't think so. All right. Court resolves. I'm going to draw. And an island. All right, let's just go Sika's Chariot. Make 2 things. if it resolves, I suppose. And then Sentinel, make a map token, and we're right back in it, and we're going to draw a card end of turn too. So not overly concerned. Pass. Let's see if Tom has anything else to spend his mana on here. He might not. If he doesn't have anything else, oh, Feywild Caretaker, nice. Then that wasn't even like the most devastating turn. Like it was good. He did Wrath. He killed all my stuff, but it cost him 5 life. And then now he's at 3 facing down a bunch of creatures. And even if he does another, like sweeps everything else, if it's sorcery speed, I can crew Chariot on my next turn and just attack for lethal with the Chariot. I can crew it with like a Feywild Caretaker plus an Avacyn's Pilgrim, or just equipping Clamp on the Caretaker. That works too. All right, here we go. Coveted Jewel. All right. This would be a good matchup for me, I think. So Tom turned 6 mana into 3 mana, but he did draw 3 cards. The drawback of Coveted Jewel isn't very big here, because if Tom gets attacked with a bunch of stuff, I think he's just going to lose. So if he has Time Walk or something, this could be bad. And the Jewel is going to power out. Fiery Confluence, no Tribal Flames on the Sentinel. Wow, we are really battling out here. Flame Slash, okay. That's 2 of the 3 creatures, but I'm gonna get to crew the Chariot as well. And Mind Collapse, look at you. If he has an instant speed answer to Chariot, that would be pretty good. All right, let's draw. Garenbrig has no targets, so that's fine. Land first. Feywild Caretaker. Does he have the Force of Will to go for the full blowout? No, he does not. All right, well, it was worth a try, Tommy. All right, going to sideboarding here. Well, I have all my artifact removal in the deck already. Don't really want Brainstorm. Don't really want to side in the black. Oh, I should put Swamps in my sideboard just in case I do want to side in black at some point. Oh, this is so great. Not only is this hand good, I realize I have another disenchant against Tom, and he's going to see that I have 2 Moxes. This is going to be awesome. All right, Tom mulled to 6 here and has Mountain Go. I'm just going to play a turn 1 Elf. I assume he's going to kill it because he did seem to have a decent amount of removal in his deck. But if he doesn't, I like it. Inti. All right, Inti's pretty good. Let's go land. If he didn't play Inti, I might be tempted to play Court of Garenbrig, but I think I'm just going to play Sentinel here. And, oh yeah, I got a Mox too. Why not? Map token on the Sentinel. Get it out of the range of Flame Slash, maybe? Phantasmal Image. Do I want to discard that? I think another Sentinel. I think Phantasmal Image is better than a random card. Because there's a chance next turn I want to go Phantasmal Image plus Court of Garenbrig and set up a Nissa the following turn. Okay, is this a Mightstone, Weakstone? Okay, that's pretty good. It's actually going to make my life a lot harder now. I think what I do is I just let him have the Mightstone and Weakstone. And then I'm just going to play Nissa and then plus it. And let's see. Because I don't think I want Phantasmal Image at this moment. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, let's just go Nissa. Comes into play with 3 loyalty, but it's critically going to go up to 4 loyalty. So even if he has a way to kill it, the Inti can't quite kill the Nissa. And what do I want to draw here? More than what I want to draw, I just want Tom not to have removal for my horror. All right. Given that he didn't, I think we're in pretty good shape. And given that he didn't use the workshop mana, my teammate has the Portal to Phyrexia. I don't think I need to blow up Mightstone and Weakstone there. So I probably won't blow it up. I will use Kinnan. All right, so let's go +1, make a 5/5, attack with the 4/4. I think it's relatively free to do that. And then I just play all 3 cards in my hand. I cast Kinnan off Island and Forest, and then I cast Phantasmal Image, copying a 5/5 off of the Sapphire, and then I get to cast Court of Garenbrig too. And I guess if Tom has Fire Covenant, he can pay 9, 10, 11, 12 life. Yeah, I mean, Fire Covenant would be bad for me. Hold on, let's go. But I don't think it really makes sense to wait here. Phantasmal Image. If I could activate Kinnan, I would just do that, but unfortunately that's not an option. And let's just cast Court of Garenbrig here. I mean, this is my turn 4. It's pretty good. I do get to draw a card end of turn off the court as well. Oh, Pest Infestation. That's pretty nice too. I mean, I guess it's not the best in the world, but still pretty good. So now, like, what does he do now? He can go, like, assuming the best case scenario for Tom is Fire Covenant, he can pay 12 life, 13 life to do 1 + 4 + 5 + 2, and then 1 to the Phantasmal Image, and that'll kill it. He goes to 3. Then Inti can attack, probably doesn't get much out of the discard, and maybe can hit me and take the Monarch, but then Nissa just ticks up to 6. Or attacks Nissa down to 2, but then I'm still the Monarch. And then next turn I go Pest Infestation, kill your Mightstone, and make 4 tokens, as well as plus Nissa. So I think if he has the best card I've seen him that he could have, I think I'm still in good shape. If he has anything less, it feels like this game is basically over. It feels like he does have Fire Covenant. That's okay. I think it made sense to play out all these things, because if I didn't, then a single removal spell or a double removal turn could be a lot worse for me. Okay. Yeah, you got all my stuff. And what's he going to do now? I guess he attacks me. No, he attacked Nissa, because otherwise he can't really beat it in a fight. He kind of has to discard to Inti, which... Oh, if he has a burn spell as well, and then kills Nissa, I guess I'm still the Monarch. And then I Pest Infestation for 4, and that can tangle with Inti. All right, I mean, if he has a burn spell as well, then we still have a pretty good game going here. If he doesn't have a burn spell, I feel like I'm still ridiculously far ahead. Him playing the island means that Inti can't hit lands anymore for value, so that's a bit of a shame. But I kind of feel like he's priced into discarding here. If he doesn't have obviously if he has Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt, that's a different story. But okay, he's discarding Displacer Kitten, which is a pretty big cost. I hope he doesn't hit an artifact here. Okay, what did he hit? An Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. All right, Nissa's down to 2. Is his last card a Burst Lightning? Nope, it's not. Okay, no counters anywhere. +1 Nissa. Pest Infestation, the Mightstone, a Weak Stone, and make 4 tokens. And then, I mean, he can't have another Fire Covenant. I even get to draw a card off Monarch end of turn. And I think he's basically dead now. I think it would be pretty difficult for Tom to come back here, given the situation. If a single one of my creatures is alive, Court of Garenbrig goes ham. There's not that many ways to kill my creatures and not his, and that'll do it. 1-0 with kind of the dream matchup. Workshop versus Disenchants. Well, that worked out nicely for me. All right, time for round 2, playing against Juju Bean, who's got Ancestral Recall and a bunch of good white and blue cards, but I'm going to play first, but I'm going to keep this hand. I'm going to lead on Delighted Halfling. I think that's pretty obvious because it can tap for blue for the purposes of Jace the Mind Sculptor. So my plan is obviously to go turn 1 Halfling, turn 2 Sentinel, but then if I draw an Island, I can have turn 3 Uncounterable Jace, which sounds pretty good against the Force of Negation deck. It's got Path, Force of Negation, No More Lies, like Mystic Confluence, a lot of very good cards. including an Ancestral Recall. But I like my deck. Oh, and a Mox Pearl. Wow, Juju's really doing it. Novice Inspector. Okay. Oh, I was just going to say Mox Sapphire. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing a turn 2 Jace the Mind Sculptor. Uncounterable. Thank you very much. Little mini Jace there. Let's draw 3 cards. And let's say Cobra and Sentinel on top. It kind of doesn't matter, but I actually did want to find a land to play Feywild Caretaker, but I think this is acceptable. Let's just Jace again. There's my land. All right. No more lies, huh? I guess I'm not slamming Feywild if he's not tapped out. So let's put back land Feywild here. I'm going to start with Lotus Cobra. Okay, land. Make a green. Cast Sentinel. And then cast a Noble Hierarch. All right, and that'll do. He can draw a card off his clue token if he wants. I think we're feeling pretty good here. Didn't see any Wraths from JJ, I don't believe. Winds of Abandon doesn't really count. Palantir. Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, you can't draw a card. I'll take the risk. All right, and Brainstorm with Jace, I guess. Yeah, put back 2 lands because I'm gonna likely Feywild Caretaker. Let's go Feywild Caretaker. Get a land and get Z Initiative. Oh, yeah, I guess that'll do it for JJ. Yeah, that was a draw. Okay, going into sideboard. Yeah, I don't want the removal. I mean, I have some interest in Thief of Sanity, I guess, but not that much. I mean, Rex Sage kills Palantir. I feel like Skydiver or Rex Sage, he's got a Mox. Yeah, this deck's perfect. I'm never going to change a thing. I didn't even add the black lands to the sideboard. Oh well. I should do that before the next round. I really should. Turn 2 uncounterable Jace on the play is like pretty nice. Here, I mean, obviously I'm going to have to keep this hand. Not as busted as the last one, but this is still a turn 1 Noble, turn 2 Rex Sage, maybe a turn 3 Pest Infestation. I don't know. Kind of depends on what he does. I would like him to open on something that lets me cast Rex Sage for value. But Court of Garenbrig was an excellent draw. I'm really glad I took that card. I mean, he's probably going to counter it, but I kind of have to go for it here. I have nothing else going on. All right. Looks like I am getting countered. No more lies. Yep. That is acceptable. Palantir. Yeah, perfect. And then I go Rex Sage plus Pilgrim on my turn. I would not like Jujubin to draw a card now. I'll pass. Spellcaller, huh? All right, well, let's go Rex Sage first so I don't get dazed. Then play Pilgrim. And now it's like the Skull Clamp waiting room here. That would be pretty gassy. Jace would also be a nice one. Elvish Mystic is not ideal. Let's attack with Rex Sage only because of Exalted. I think that's worth it. And then just pass the turn here. I don't think playing Elvish Mystic really accomplishes a whole lot here. Okay. Cycling end of turn? Or what are we doing? Oh, this is going to be annoying. If this is unexpectedly absent, I don't really want to redraw any of my creatures. I'd much rather they just get killed. But I think I have a sinking feeling that it is unexpectedly absent. I could have held the Court of Garenbrig, but I figure just going for it is good. Okay. Ancestral Recall is pretty good. I'm going to lose this game, I suspect. And hopefully he plays something that I can blow up with Pest Infestation. I don't really want to throw out a Pest Infestation for 1,000,000. Elspeth Knight Errant. Yeah. All right. Ulvenwald Oddity time. That would be excellent. The Skull Clamp's probably the card I want to draw the most. If I just slam Skull Clamp this turn, or Nissa. Let's attack Elspeth with the Rex Sage first. And then I think I'm casting this Pest Infestation. Don't really think I have a great choice. Oh, he's going to take it. Wow. All right. Slam. Pest Infestation for 3. All right. If he doesn't have a removal spell, or like a sweeper rather, maybe I can just attack with all my pest tokens. He made a soldier token, so I guess he's not doing that. He could have Winds of Abandon me. That actually wouldn't be so bad. I would have no basic lands basically left in my deck. Because I'm going to start attacking with a lot of things here. Do I take down Elspeth? I probably try to. Would be my guess. But we'll see what he does. No, he didn't do anything. Any Skull Clamps? Any Skull Clamps? Yeah, Jules, any Skull Clamps? What do you think? She has no opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's I guess what I'm looking for here. Obviously, any expensive card is going to be kind of good. What does Juju have? And what do I attack Elspeth with? I could attack Elspeth with like 6 tokens. Yeah, that saves a lot of damage. Lauren, no targets. All right, well, I guess... Oh, Unruly Krasis. Okay, I don't mind that. I think I'm just going to send everything at Elspeth. So this is 7 attackers. Blocks 3 of them, 4 get through. So even if he has a removal spell, Elspeth dies. And then I'll play the Unruly Krasis, and that'll be kind of my potential threat here. What is this? Tashana's Tidebinder. Okay. Elspeth still dies, but I guess he gets to eat a token. And then a soldier blocks the Rex Sage, and then you can kind of just let the rest through. He has 2 cards in hand. I mean, this Unruly Krasis is going to go pretty hard. It's going to be a 7/7 trample that when it attacks, makes one of my pests into a 7/7. Oh, and I get a life off the pest. No big deal. All right. All right, I did draw an expensive card. I kind of drew an 8-drop. 7/7 here that threatens to do some bashing. We each draw. All right, I like that. Hopefully this isn't Winds of Abandon, but... All right. I get 8. I have more basics than most cube decks. I had exactly 8 left. All right, well, I have a million lands now. Skull Clamp. Oh, no, Jace the Mind Sculptor, also a really nice draw here. Draw 3. They're going to be all spells. Oh, these are spells. What do I put back? I have 10 mana. I could cast Nissa and Asika's Chariot. Or I could cast... Well, I have 11 mana if I put back... So... Yeah, I think I'd rather cast Feywild. So I think I have 8, 10, 11 mana. So I can cast a Nissa for 1 less and the Feywild Caretaker. All right, that sounds pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't have a basic left to get. But it's okay, I'll live. Oh wait, I do have 1 basic. That's even better. Land, Mox, play a Nissa. Though maybe actually I should have just kept Asika's Chariot in that case. Well, here comes Nissa anyway. And I'll make an 8/8. The Nissa ult is going to be pretty good too. Nissa ult with 11 forests in play. Maybe I should have just gone Feywild plus Chariot. I don't know. Resolving Nissa on a turn when he's tapped out and clearly doesn't have Force of Negation in hand seems pretty good. Okay. We each draw. It's funny. I almost never have this many basics, and it was actually sick to have that many basics left to get. Probe. You can see my Thieving Skydiver. If you go to the next game, I bet Juju doesn't have Palantir in his deck. Julie, can you chill out? Dog's just losing it back there. Maybe she did have an opinion. She was happy that I drew all this gas. Cycle? Oh yeah, cycling Spar's headquarters. Well, that ain't gonna do it, my friend. And that's a sick 2-0 start. All right, time for round 3. Playing against, well, I'm playing against Mac. Alpha Frog built his deck in his playing form because Mac's MTGO's bugging out. Playing really aggressive, like super aggressive, almost mono red, black red with like Gut and Fable and Magda and whatnot. I'm going to mulligan this hand. This deck can do way better than that. I guess I got to keep this. Put Skydiver back. It pains me, but I need to keep all the elves. So I go elf into Nissa. Can't put it back a land. Really hoping to draw like a Mox would always be good. But honestly, any 1 or 2 that I could play on turn 2 alongside my Pilgrim, because I'm going to lead on Elvish Mystic, would also be kind of nice. So we'll see what turns up for us. All right, well, Frog mulled to 5, so that makes things look a little better for me for sure. Elf go. Hopefully the elf doesn't get burned. It's got Unholy Heat and whatnot. Oh, I did draw the Mox. All right, let's play Pilgrim. Hit for 1, and now even if he kills one of my elves, I'll still be able to slam a big Nissa. Though, if they both survive, then I get to play Nissa with 2 extra loyalty, which is pretty nice. Roberto. Okay. I have fewer cards in hand, so it doesn't even get to rob. If I drew the other... I was just going to say, if I drew the other Mox... I didn't even need them for this particular Nissa, which is funny. But, you know, that just makes my beasts bigger. Large beast. All right, I guess this probably looks like a pretty winning position here. Turn 3, Nissa for the full amount. Rabble Master, yeah, sure. Send in the Goblin. I mean, do I have lethal? I have 3 forests. So 4 forests. So this would be 12, 22. He could chump with both and go to 1. Is that right? Is that better? That's probably not better than just making another thing. It is funny though that it is kind of close. Next turn it's lethal by a million years. Million years, miles, life points, whatever metric we're using to kind of describe this situation. I would say Nissa will do the trick. So I suppose we're going to be up a game shortly, which is good because I wanted to make sure we have a chance to at least watch a little bit of Adhem's awesome looking deck. But first things first, got to run the tables and lock in the 3-0. It's been a little bit. Let's see if we can close here. All right, we are up a game. All right. Oh, I didn't sideboard in the black, but I also wouldn't want to sideboard in black against his deck, I don't think. I mean, Fatal Push and Virtue are good, but I just don't want to make my mana worse. My mana is so dependent on all these elves. Do I want Satyr Wayfinder? No, Rexage is good. He's got some enchantments to blow up like Fable. Yeah, no, we're perfect deck, perfect draws. Drawn these Moxes a lot. I mean, that's why we picked them, right? Let's see. Yeah, this will do. Turn 1, Elvish Mystic. Court of Garenbrig on the draw, honestly, is something I could have considered taking out, but it actually looks like it's going to be pretty solid in this deck, or in this draw. Research Desk, okay. I mean, depending on how things play out, I could fire off a Pest Infestation. Now, if I draw that Sapphire here and cast it for 2, that would be awesome. Though I can't target just the Research Desk, of course. Okay, Magda. I think I will blow up the Research Desk, though. Because this will set up Court of Garenbrig next turn. Because now, and it lets me block this Magda if he wants to attack with it. I mean, drawing 2 lands in a row is not ideal, because would have taken, you know, a Mox would have been good and spells would have been good, but hopefully I can draw a decent play next turn, though I guess next turn I'm pretty likely to want to just play the court. Oh, Rabble Master is kind of annoying. Do I want to block with a Pest token? What I really want to do, I think I'm going to take it because I want to be able to double block the Rabble Master. What I really want to do is draw a spell here. Ugh. problem is if I play Court of Garenbrig, I just lose the monarchy. But I don't really have a choice, so I'm going to play it. And the reason I'm going to do it like this is, first of all, I get to draw a card off Monarch. Oh, cool. Another land. Second, I'll just take a big hit here. I'll probably block the Magda because I don't want that one attacking me again. FTK is not great. But then next turn, I can make my pests a little bit bigger here. Yeah. I don't think this is really going to do it, but I guess I'll just take the hit. I take 8 here. And then he becomes the monarch. Next turn, I'll make both pests into 2/2s, and I'll attack with both, I guess. And if I draw a good spell on my turn, then maybe thus begins the comeback. So, I mean, Sentinel is good. Don't think it's going to be good enough. I block. I take 9. All right, well. Let's take back the monarchy, I suppose. Oh, he blocked one. Wow, that is really good for me. Okay. Oh, unless he's got a way to kill the other one with his treasure token. Okay, that's fine. We'll call this one a wash. We're 1-1 on to game 3. All right. I mean, now that I'm on the play, I actually still do like the court again, so I think I'm ready to roll and just hope for a nice assertive draw on the play here. All right. Let's go Moxen. No, but this hand is totally fine. Turn 1, I go turn 1 Forest Ignoble. It's a little awkward. I kind of have to decide between keeping up Miscalc and playing Jace on 3. We'll see what he does on turn 1 if he's actually thinking here. If he burns the Ignoble Hierarch, it's pretty easy. I just play the island. I'm kind of thinking even if he doesn't, I want to have the... Oh. Oh, geez. Okay. Creature? Well, I guess I'll play a land. And I'll get to go Miscalc into Jace. Wow, Ragavan is really gonna rinse me here. It's so funny because Ragavan's not actually that good against this deck. I have so many creatures, but this is my draw. I did not include any creatures with power here, so let me hit Sentinel. Well, I mean, he's probably going to play the Sentinel, and I do get to mana leak it. Or bounce it with Jace. Right. Oh, bounce it with Jace is another option. Then I lose my Jace. Alternately, I can play... I think I'm going to miscalc this. And then play Jace and +2 the Jace on myself. I think that'll be my play. Also, if I draw a big creature here, that would be nice. See if the Pilgrim... Really a shame. It's okay. We're going to go do this. I'm going to +2 on me. Yeah, I'll put Isika's Chariot on the bottom because otherwise he hits me with Ragavan and steals the Chariot. Now he has to decide between hitting me and Jace. Because Jace is on 5 loyalty, I bet he attacks me with Ragavan instead because he wants to get that treasure and maybe play a spell. No, he's attacking Jace. So leaving Chariot on top would have been a lot better because he's now going to burn the Jace. Oh, he's going to stomp it. Okay. Oh, and burst lightning it. All right. And then I'm going to draw Court of Garenbrig. All right, well, let's play Pilgrim. Let's play Court of Garenbrig. Would have been a lot nicer if that was Isika's Chariot, I suppose. All right, can he not have another removal spell? No. Okay. Well, it's not Flame Tongue. It's pretty bad still because now he's going to get to hit me with Gut. All right. And he takes the Monarchy. I can't block because of Menace. He draws. Let's go 2 on that. No, 1 and 1. No. Cancel. I think just 2 on the Pilgrim. And if I could draw a little bit of action. Oh, that is a lot of action. I'm at 14. I could slam for 7. Or, but then he goes gut, attack me for 8. I go to 6, he's at 13. Next turn, the Ovenwald Oddity gets 2 counters, and I have 9. But if I draw a land, I can flip Oddity. All right, I think I'm just racing. Take 7. Give me the monarchy back. Okay. If I flip this, it's an 8-8. It's a 10-10. That's 14. I mean, it's out of my hands now. The Ignoble's not doing too much. No, actually, I need it to flip the Oddity. He used 2 burn spells on the Jace already, so I'm hoping he doesn't have another one. It's not a winning play for him to just attack me and make another gut token. He's going to attack me with at least 1 skeleton to take the Monarch back, I would assume. He can't let me have that. Oh man, Strip Mine? Strip Mine might do it. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, okay. So I can't flip. So if I can't flip the Oddity, yeah, I'm pretty short. Oh. Invasion of Tarkir. Okay. Nug the Noble. Hit for 10. So what I need to draw is Pest Infestation. Pest Infestation would, I think, do the trick. I guess I kind of assume he's hitting me for 10. He could hit me for 4 and flip Invasion if he wanted to, which is kind of interesting. Looks like he's going to hit me for 10 though. Yeah, I'm at 4. All right, I don't know what I can draw here, but I'll put 2 counters on this. Pest Infestation, I think, actually does it. Oh, Feywild Caretaker. If I play that, I'll have 4 creatures, but then he just attacks and makes another Menace Skeleton with Gut, and because the 2 points from Gut, I'm actually lethaled. And flipping the Ovenwald Oddity lets me hit for 10, which is not enough. Rex Sage can't blow up any of the skeletons. I guess that's going to be a 2-1. Matt gets me when he's not even here. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work out. So let me just check. Double check. Feywild Caretaker. Leave these back. Play Bone Crusher. Attack with Gut. Dead. All right. Yeah, these are Menace. All right. 2-1. Not a bad result, but I would have liked to get that last one. All right. Well, this deck was really good. I'm really glad I made the pivot into blue-green. I think blue-green worked a lot better. I didn't need to splash black. Unruly Crisis has been an awesome addition, and this is a really cool blue-green aggro deck fueled by a bunch of Moxes. I got one good Skull Clamp game in, and I think my matchup in that last game wasn't even that bad, but this thing didn't turn out in my favor. Maybe I just needed to side the Court of Garenbrig out in all situations there and just put in something like a Satyr Wayfinder. I don't know. In any case, that'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out. They're not always double Mox decks, but when they are, I think we take pretty good advantage of them. Got to slam some early Nissas and Crazies and Kinnons and whatnot. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft, and I do hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.